Are you aiming for 300 plus in this 2025 UTME? If that is you, then this video might be a game changer for you. I've helped so many students to prepare and ace various exams simply by providing a step-by-step process that helped them to understand the secrets to those exams. Now, in this video, I'm going to be disclosing 7 secrets. 7 secrets that will not only help you to smash JAMB this year, but also help you to score at least 280 to 300 plus, depending on how well you are able to utilize the information I'm going to be dishing out in this video. If you are new on this channel, I'm Emmanuel, currently a second-year medical student of the University of Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. On this channel, I share my experience, study tips, exam tips, and general guidelines that will help students to perform very well in their respective courses. All right, so join this community of students today who are willing to learn, and let's grow together. Kindly do that by hitting the subscribe button above. I'll see you inside. Let's dive into the business of the day. So we are going to be seeing the 7 secrets that is going to help you to smash this year's JAMB UTME examination. All right, so the first tip I'll be talking about is know the exam format inside out. Right, it is very important you understand the format of JAMB UTME examination. Okay, when you understand the format, it is going to help you to know how to prepare for the exam. By now, you should know that the JAMB UTME examination comprises of 4 subjects, all right, which include English language and 3 other courses that is dependent on the nature of your course. All right, for people that are doing, let's say, health related courses, medicine, pharmacy, and the rest, they are going to be writing English alongside with chemistry, physics, and biology. Then for people that are into engineering, they'll be writing English language, then mathematics, physics, and chemistry, and so on. So it depends. You find out by checking the JAMB syllabus online to know your JAMB subject combination. You can just easily get that. It is very important as well that you know the breakdown of marks in each subject you are taking. All right, for instance, English is usually overweighted, right? So most times people don't give attention to English, but actually English carries the higher marks. So you should aim to score very well in your English language paper. So when you do that, it is going to help you to add to the rest marks you are going to get from others, and that would boost your score. Another important thing to note in the format of the exam is the nature of the questions. And how do you do this? You do this by practicing past questions. All right, so past questions are good. Past questions are the only thing that can help you to prepare for this exam very well. Without past question, it will just be as if you are reading without direction. So once you have looked at past questions, the past questions are going to provide you with the way the exam is structured, so that you know how to expect questions from a particular course. So don't joke with your past questions. Now, the second secret I'll be talking about is create a study schedule. A study schedule will help you stay on track and be consistent. All right, it is important you plan how you are going to be studying. All right, don't be a student that your own is just when you wake up, anything you feel like studying, you start studying. No, create a plan that, okay, today, this is the course I want to focus on. Now, I will be sharing my own pattern, the pattern I use that works for me. Now, instead of you to maybe want to tackle too many subjects in one day, it is very important maybe you dedicate a day or even 2 days for a particular course. This was the pattern I used when I was preparing for UTME. I would go to the calendar. Now I would check, okay, how many days do I have in this week? All right, now how many courses do I want to take in this week? Maybe I want to focus on 3 courses. All right, so what I will do is I will now, let's say we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now I will circle the Monday to Wednesday and write, let's say I want to do physics, I'll put physics there. Now I will know that these 3 days I'm focusing only on physics. In focusing in this physics, I will not only be maybe considering one topic, I will as well have another plan on topics I want to cover in this physics I'm doing, so that at the end of the week I would have covered the things I outlined to cover. All right, then I also give time for me to practice past questions. Remember, as you have read, you need to practice past questions to know how well you assimilated what you read. So another thing you can do as well is, if you know you are good in a particular subject, let's say you are good in biology. Now there's no need of spending more time in biology. All right, You can give more days or time to the course you know you are struggling with, okay, but those ones you know you are already good in, there's no need of wasting more time. The goal is to ensure that you score very well in all the courses. So the ones you know that is your strength, you spend less time there, while the areas that are your weak point, you give them more time. By so doing, you see that you will be able to balance the equation and you are going to score very high in all the courses. Okay, the number 3 secret is use the right study materials. Now, in as much as you want to score very high in this UTME examination, it is very, very important you use the right study materials. Okay, when you use the right study materials, it is going to help you and make your work more easier for you, and as well give you the right information you need for every subject you are studying. Let me create an analogy now to explain this. Now, using the right study material can be likened to a farmer who is going to farm with his knife well sharpened. You know, you want to, let's say you want to cut down a tree and you sharpen your knife very well. Now, the sharpened knife is the right material that the farmer needs to cut down that tree. You as a student, you need the right material to be able to score well in this UTME. Now, what are those right materials? Number 1, you need JAMB specific books. Now, if you check at the end of every JAMB syllabus, there are books that are always listed there as a JAMB recommended books for this subject. If you are able to lay hold on those books, you can use them and prepare very well. So it doesn't mean that you must only use that. No, there are books that are not written there which you can still use and you will do well. All right, so just know the right material for every course you are doing. If you are doing biology, for instance, some textbooks that are good for biology, you have your modern biology. You also have Idodo Ume college biology. Now, these 2 books are very good. Also, essential biology also is good as well. All right, another study material which can as well help you is making use of online platforms like YouTube. All right, now most times when you study a particular course in the textbook, you might not be able to understand everything there very well. So but once you go to YouTube and just search the concepts, you see 1,001 tutors that are explaining that concept, and there's no how you will not understand. If you even check comments on YouTube, you see some people that will be like, that you made this very simple. In fact, what my lecturer could not do in 2 hours, that you have been able to simplify it just in 30 minutes. All right, so you can just go to YouTube, and something you have been struggling to understand for days, only watching a simple video on YouTube can remove the scales from your eyes and you will understand that thing very well. So don't joke with YouTube. Make use of ChatGPT. Make use of any online platform at all where you will be able to learn new things that will help you understand what you are reading. So you can as well join study groups online. All right, when I was preparing for my UTME examination, okay, that was during my post-UTME, I joined a study group online. It's explicit online tutorials, EOT. The study group was very helpful to me as it helped me to understand so many concepts that I've always struggled with. So the importance of study group cannot be overemphasized. Secret number 4, practice, practice, practice. The more you practice JAMB past questions, the better you are at answering questions quickly and accurately. Remember, JAMB repeats questions. Yes, if you are able to practice enough past questions, there's no how you will not come across any of those questions you have practiced during your exams. Personally, the last JAMB I wrote, I was able to practice a number of years. That really helped me during my exams. So you can practice by taking mock exams. We have some JAMB UTME simulation apps that you can use to really experience the actual exam condition. So you need to practice very well in order to do well in the main examination. All right, the next secret I'll be talking about is understand the syllabus and focus on core topics. All right, now the JAMB syllabus provides a roadmap of what you should study for the JAMB UTME. So also check out for topics that are frequently repeated. And how do you check this? It is by practicing your past questions. When you have done your past questions, you are going to see questions, the pattern of questions. You see that this particular question, there's no way that you not come across the question. All right, so you now know the topic that question is associated. Be able to now focus more on them because they are high yield topics that there's no how JAMB will set questions without setting questions on them in every course you are doing, be it English, physics, chemistry, mathematics. There are high yield topics, okay? So you should watch out for those high yield topics. And how do you do that? By checking your past questions. So that is why the importance of past questions cannot be overemphasized. Another important thing you should do in the course of your preparation, maybe with this past question, is try as much as possible to eliminate guesswork. Yes, do not be the type that you want to cram the answers. You don't want to understand the reason behind the answer. There are even people that will open the answer one side and put the questions at a side. Once they read, they will mark the answer. That's not the best way. So the best way to do your past question is this. Once you come to the year you want to answer, first of all, get a foolscap sheet. Now in the foolscap sheet, you write the question numbers from number 1 to maybe 40 or 60 as the case may be. All right, now once you've written that, when you read the first question, anything that is your answer, don't open the answer page yet. Now you answer all on your own. Now at the end of the day, you now use that your answer and go to the answer page and mark yourself. So after marking yourself, you now take note of the questions that you didn't get correctly. You have to go back and check the reason why you failed those questions. Don't just go and do the answers, the corrections, and assume you have known them. No, because there are times you still come across them again. You might not remember what you crammed. So, but if you really understood the reason behind it, you'll be able to answer the question anytime. Even if they bring it in any pattern, you'll be able to answer it. So please eliminate guesswork. Make sure you know the reason behind your answer. In so doing, when you now meet that question in the actual exams, it will now be easier for you. You even remember that, oh, this was that question I was researching about. Use your textbook, use videos and online materials to help you to understand that particular question. All right, this is going to help you greatly. The number 6 secret is stay healthy and manage stress. Yes, I understand the fact that preparing for JAMB can be mentally and physically demanding, or you're using your mental effort to just ensure that you do what you need to do in order for you to come out successfully. In as much as you are doing all these things, it's very important that you also devise ways of maintaining your health and as well manage stress. If in the course of your preparation you allow maybe yourself to break down, you won't be able to study again, and when you are not able to study again, anxiety will set in, because you'll be like, these are things I needed to study and I've not studied it, and exam is just in few weeks time. All right, create a schedule that can help you create a balance between studying and the time you need to rest. Okay, and as well engage in some fun activities. Yes, remember that there is a saying that all works and no play makes Jack what? A dull boy. Then all play and no work makes Jack a toy. So in as much as you are preparing for JAMB, it's not a death sentence that you should kill yourself with books. No. Now remember, if you are a Christian, the Bible says that it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but it is of God that showeth mercy. So somebody may end up killing himself in the name of that, I must get this by all means. At the end of the day, you will not even see the score you desire to see. So what will you now do in that case? The thing is, in as much as you want to score very well, take very good care of your health so that you don't break down. Okay, when you are stressed, you need to rest and sleep very well. All right, while you are also preparing, it is very important you eat well. Okay, so when you eat well, it is going to help your brain to function properly and also help you in remembering what you have read. But when you don't eat well, you are not going to do well. That is just the truth, because the brain uses glucose to function. So when the level of glucose in the brain is not sufficient, there's no how you are going to remember what you've read. All right, so eat very well, and you also exercise. So even if it's just taking a walk, you can just take a walk after reading for some times. You can just say, okay, decide to take a walk, even if it's just a 30 minutes walk from here to there. It can as well help to ease off stress and improve your concentration. All right, the last but not the least is stay motivated and keep a positive mindset. All right, most times students are pessimistic, right? They are afraid of, they don't know if they are going to do well. They don't know if they are going to ace this exam or not. No, you should remove every form of anxiety. Have a positive mindset. You should be optimistic that, oh, yes, I know I'm going to do well in this exam. I'm going to smash this exam. I'm going to score 300 plus. I'm going to score 280. I'm going to score. You say positive things to yourself. Don't be the type that will be like, if I just manage C 180, if I can reach 200, if I can reach, no. Set a very high target for yourself. As you are working towards it, make sure you have a positive mindset towards it. Okay, one of the ways you can stay motivated is by setting a realistic goal. All right, you should set a realistic goal of what you want to achieve. Now that's your goal is going to help you to, anytime you look at it, you say, oh, this is what I want to achieve. Then you are going to put in the necessary effort you need in order to achieve that. Now, setting goals alone does not guarantee success. Okay, the process that you are putting in place towards the achieving of that goal is what matters, because at onset, losers and winners, they all have the same goal. Everybody wants to succeed, but what makes a difference now is the processes that each of them puts in place. All right, for losers, they may not really put the necessary thing. Their own is just wake up, I feel like reading today, let me read tomorrow. Procrastination, all those things are what kills motivation, and they will not help you to achieve your goal. But putting in the right processes, the processes could be just tiny things, as little as, okay, I'm going to be studying for every 1 hour in the morning. Before, maybe after I've finished doing whatever, I'll make sure that I study this every 1 hour. That 1 hour, if you continue doing it every day, it is going to go a long way. Process could be that, okay, in every day, I must make sure that I treat one past question. Now, these are little processes that at the long run, it will accumulate and give you a desired success that you will be surprised at. Setting goals are not enough, but the process you take towards achieving that goal is very paramount. All right, finally, on this, you should avoid distraction. If you are in an environment whereby maybe your friends comes easily to distract you, even if they are the ones that are also preparing for the JAMB, but you know they are not serious, you can look for a better place, a quiet place that you can always go to study alone, and where those your friends will not come to distract you. You can go to a school maybe in the evening when classes are over. You stay in one classroom and read. Once you have finished what you have for the day, then you go back. You can now go back and continue gisting with the friends and all those things. So you avoid every bad influence. All right, it is also very important you eliminate distraction from social media. So how do you manage your Facebook? How do you manage your WhatsApp? How do you manage your Instagram and X accounts together with your studies? So that during your study, if you can put your phone, always put your phone on focus mode. All right, when you do that, it will help you to stay focused. All right, you will not be distracted by messages popping up from Facebook, from WhatsApp, from Instagram and the rest, because once you see a pop-up message, you'll be tempted to check, and once you check, it will lead you from Facebook, you enter Instagram, from Instagram you enter WhatsApp. The time you allotted to study will be wasted on social media, and at the end of the day, you will not get anything beneficial, and you also feel bad, all right, for yourself, because you have wasted your time. Finally, on this, you should visualize success. Now, when you have done everything that you are expected to do, when you've given your best to your preparation, the next thing you should do is do what? Visualize success. See yourself succeeding. See yourself scoring 300 plus. See yourself gaining admission into the university. All right. So when you do this, it will help to boost your confidence. You say, yes, I am sure that I'm going to get it this time around. It doesn't matter how many times you've written your JAMB examination. What matters is that you've learned from your mistakes. You have learned from your past mistakes, and now you are getting things done the right way. Then if you are the type that is just writing it for the first time, then you are telling yourself that, look, I'm not going to write this exam more than once. I'm getting it just in one sitting. So all these things are what can boost your confidence and help you to ace this your examination. When you enter the exam hall with confidence, my friend, there's no how you're not going to come out successfully. But when you enter with fear, hey, I don't know what, hey, I'm not sure I'm well prepared, that will kill your confidence. Even the questions you know this question very well, but because you did not comport yourself very well, you see yourself fidgeting, and at the end you miss the questions you are supposed to get. So having a confidence will boost even your level of performance in the examination. I want to believe that your mindset has been recalibrated, and you are not going to give those bad energy. Rather, you are going to give positive energy that will help you come out with flying colors in this exam. And I want you to succeed. So this is where we'll be drawing the curtain for today. Thank you for watching this video to this point. All right, now the bottom line is, after you must have done everything, this is very important. You commit your study, you commit yourself, you commit everything into the hands of God. It is only God that has the final say, and God alone can help you to score that your desired score. God alone can help you to come out with flying colors. God is the one that will help you remember in the exam hall. He's the one that can help you, even the questions you don't know, God can help you to guess right and pick the correct option. All right, so do not forget the place of God, even as you go for these exams. I wish you success in these exams, and I want to hear from you. I want to hear that, I was able to score so and so. I was able to hit my target. I got 330 plus. I got 300 plus. I got 280. I was able to get admitted. All right, so I want to hear your testimonies. All right, please do not hesitate to give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and share this video to your friends who are also writing UTME 2025. Thank you and remain blessed. I'll see you in the next one.